Hello my viewers and welcome to this exciting lesson in Revit. In this lesson, I'm going to teach you on how you can create all the types of foundations that you are seeing right here. So you see from here, we have the continuous foundation. This is on the wall. We have the sloped footing or foundation. We have the combined foundation, the pad foundation. We have the bow. We have the trapezoidal foundation and also the mat foundation. So in this lesson, I'm going to teach you on how you can create all these types of foundations. And I just want to ask you that please subscribe to this channel and also like the videos. Once you watch, make sure that you like. That way you motivate me to do more and more tutorials. And for anyone who is interested in learning Revit architecture and Revit structure, I've created some courses which are very, very detailed. Make sure that you check the links in the description. You might be interested in, joining me in some of the courses. So without wasting much of your time, let's get started in this tutorial. So what we are going to do is to just start a new project. I've already opened, a fresh project, a template here, as you can see. So we just have level 1 and level 2, as you can see. So simply open level 1 here. Okay, if I just double click there, and we just start with the simplest one, which is the pad foundation. So to create a pad foundation, just go to architecture, then actually go to structure, and you see that we have the isolated. So just select on that. Then from here, you can pick the pad foundation there, the base that you want to use. For example, I can pick the M footing rectangular. Just pick any of these. I'll pick the first one there. Click on edit and duplicate. You can give it the name. For example, in terms of the sizes, if I want this one to be 2000 by 2000, it's just a name. I can do that. Okay, as you can see, maybe the thickness is 300. Okay, these are millimeters. Actually, it's supposed to be 2000 there. Okay, for identification purpose, then click on OK. So I've renamed it there. Then I'll go to the thickness there and type 300. Then the width is there, 2000. I'm using millimeters. This is 2 meters, another 2000 for 2 meters. Then click on apply and click on OK. Then here I have to check that I'm creating this footing at level 1. So I'll start with this one and simply place it there. Okay, then I'll click on modify, go to structure, and I'll pick the column. Then under the columns there, I'll pick a rectangular column, and I'll just pick the first one there. Again, if I want, I can go back there, duplicate. Then I'm going to call this one maybe 300. These are millimeters, which is 30 centimeters, 300 by 300. Click OK. Okay, that is the name. As you can see, I've created a different type. Then the base and the height and the breadth, I'm going to have the same 300 by 300. Okay, for my column, you can specify, the dimensions according to your design. Click on apply. Okay, then you see from here that I have to change to height. Okay, then the height up to level 2. From here, I'm in level 1. Then I can simply, place my, my column where I want it to be. I can just click there, click on modify. Okay, so if I want to place it in the center, I can move it and place it in the center. Okay, so you see that if I go to my 3D view, I have the first, foundation, which is the pad foundation. Okay, let's go to the next one. And the next one that we are going to create is the sloped foundation. Okay, so what I'm going to do once again, I'll start, this time I'm going to start with the column. I'll simply use the same column. I don't want to change a lot of things. So I'll select on that one, and the shortcut to copy this one is to simply hold the control and simply drag it, okay, up to somewhere here. I'm holding the control, release it. Then I'm just looking for, the sloped base, okay, for me to create my sloped foundation. So I'll go to structure and I'm going to click on isolated, then click there, and you have loaded it. You can see I have it right here. I'll pick that one, and as you can see, it's always a good practice to start with the column. You see that you are going to snap it, so here make sure that you start with the column and then the base. So you can see that I'm able to snap in the center and make sure that before you place it, that is level 1, we already defined the column, so I'll simply place it there and modify. Now let me check the size for that box on top there. If I click on that, click on edit, I can duplicate if I want, but I'll still go ahead and just change, some of these. The column was 300 by 300. Was it? I can click outside, check the column, click on edit there. It was 300 by 300. That's okay. Then I'll select on the sloped base. Then column width 300 by another 300 there. Click on apply. You can see that it's reducing. Then we have that seat there. If I want it to flash there, let me just add a 0 there. Click on apply. You see that it's going to align perfectly. Then from here, the thickness I can specify. You see that the length, if I want to maybe increase it to maybe 1500, I can do that. Click on apply. You see that it's going to adjust, and the width is maybe 1800. Let me try that one. Apply. Okay, you see that I have my sloped footing. Okay, if I just go to my 3D view, you see that this is the next one and everything is perfect, as you can see. So make sure that you start with the column, go to the base, then select on it, click on edit type, and just change these parameters. These are self-explanatory. You should be able to get this without a problem. Okay, so let's go to the third one. I'll just go back to level 1 and I'm going to use a trapezoidal one. Once again, I'll just select that column. I just want to use the same dimensions for the column. I'll hold the control, then hold my left mouse button and simply drag it somewhere here. Again, I'll go to structure, then go to isolated. Then I've already loaded it here. I want to check for it. Where is it? I hope I have it here. This is a pad foundation triangular. I'll just select on it. As you can see, I'm able to snap at the center and make sure that you are at level 1. So I'll just click there, then escape by clicking on modify. Then for this one, once again, before I do that, let me go to the 3D view, see that everything is perfect. But I need to, if you want to change, the dimensions for the size for that trapezoidal footing there, make sure that you select on it, then click on edit. And it's always a good practice that you duplicate, then give it a name in terms of the size, but I'll leave it the way it is. Click on OK. Then the pad width, okay, let me first of all cancel this one. I want to rotate this one so that you are able to follow, how these dimensions are on this base. So I'll just move it somewhere there and cancel. Then I'll select on that base, click on edit. You can duplicate if you want. Then the pad width, which is this one. Okay, I'll just drag it here. Right, so the pad width, we have the pad width right here. This is the one at the far end there. So if I want to change this one to 1800, I can do that. Click on apply. As you can see, it reduces in that direction. Okay, then the pad, the length number 1 is this one, and this one, this is length number 1. As you can see, if I just want to have 400, I can just click on 400, then click. You see that it's going to reduce that one there. Then the pad length, we have the pad length somewhere here, which is this one and that one. If I want to have another, maybe 2100, which is 2.1 millimeters, I can do that. Click on apply. You see that adjusted. And finally, the short edge length, which is this one here, somewhere there. If I want to have 400, I can do that. Then apply. Okay, so this is how you create your trapezoidal, footing, just in this simple way. Okay, let's go to the fourth one. I'll simply go to level 1 there. You see that we have those, but I like working in maybe, okay, level 1 is still fine. Again, I'll just copy one column there, but this time I'll start with the base because I want to have a combined footing. Okay, I'll not be so exact with the placement of the columns, but you can still move it according to your design. So what I'm going to do, I'll just select that column, hold the control and the left mouse button, place one column there, hold control. This is a shortcut for copying. If you want, you can select on that and click on COO, copy there, then you can still, copy it like that, but I like using the shortcut. So between the two columns, I just want to have maybe 1.1 somewhere there. Okay, click cancel. Then let me just sketch how I want to have my footing there for the combined footing. I can go to annotate there, then detail line. Am I able to create in 3D? Let me just try it. Okay, I'm able to do that. So I'll just sketch the boundary. Okay, if you know the dimensions, you can go ahead, but I just want to be exact with what I'm doing. So I'll go to dimension, pick that line and that line. Just want to make sure that I have the same dimensions. So I'll do that and click that line. Okay, right, these are just guides. So from there to there, I just want to have maybe let's say maybe 800. Okay, then click outside. Oh, this is too much. Let me reduce it. Let me say maybe 500. Click just like that. Again, I'm just doing this. Make sure that you follow the design for you to create these. Okay, so from here to there, maybe let me say about 800. Okay, I'm just showing you that you can specify these before, so that you know how these are sitting in between. So for this one, what I want to create is if I just check this one, it's 1.9 and this to this one by 2.4. Okay, so assuming that I want to have a 1.9 by 2.4 as the base, I'll simply delete this, select that, select that, select and delete from my keyboard. I'm just sitting from my keyboard. So 2.4 by 1.9, I'll simply go to structure there, then I'll go to isolated, then I'll just pick the isolated as a starting point, the footing. So I'll just pick this one. I want to have 2.4 by 1.9. Okay, maybe what I'm going to do, let me place it somewhere there, that center, then modify, then I can type AL on my keyboard for align, then I'll pick that line and that edge so that it's able to align down there. Okay, but I have to reduce it further. So 2.4, 1.9, I'll select on it, then click on edit type, then duplicate, and I'll use maybe 2.4. This is just for naming purposes, by 1.9. Okay, so 1.9 right there, then click on OK. You can see that I've renamed it. So the length is 2400, as you can see from here, and we have 1900. Maybe the thickness is okay. I'll just maintain it, apply. Okay, as you can see, it's almost there. I'll simply align it here, AL on your keyboard, or you can still select on this one and click on where is align right there, AL. So I can pick that one and that one, and you see that it's aligning perfectly. If I go to my 3D view, you have the, you know, the combined footing, as you can see from here. So you can place the two columns depending on the spacing between the two columns, the way you've designed it. Do that and simply use, you know, the footing here, size it, and you'll be good to go. Okay, so let's go to the fifth one. And the fifth one that we are going to do is, let me first check here what we haven't done. Okay, the continuous footing on the wall is the one we are going to do here. So here we need to start with the wall. So to create the footing, what I'm going to start with is the wall, because the continuous footing on the wall. So to create the wall, simply go to wall right there. Then I'll use a structural wall. That's the one I'm going to use. Then the first thing that you need to watch out for is the top one here. Make sure that you are using height, because we are at level 1. So we want to go up to level 2, as you can see. So you are set on top there. Then the next thing is for you also to check here, make sure that there are no offsets here. What you specify there is also appear somewhere here, level 2, as you can see. So I'm just going to create a wall from there up to there. And the wall that I've, let me just escape once. The wall that I've selected, as you can see, is this one. This is just a generic wall. I can select on it. If I want, I can go on edit, duplicate, give it a different name. I'll maintain the name there, then click on OK. I can go to structure and change the thickness for the wall, but I'm just maintaining the same 300. You can go ahead and change if you want. I'll click on OK, apply. Okay, then I'll just click the first point and the second point, then click on modify. So if I go to the 3D view, you see that I have this wall. Now, the way we are going to create, the continuous footing here is different. The way we are doing these others, this time we are going to use the wall, okay, under the foundation. So I can even do it within here. So what I'm going to do is to simply go to structure, then click on wall foundation. Then from here, I can pick any size and change it later if I want. I'll simply pick the bearing, okay, of course the bearing wall foundation there. Then I'll simply pick, just make sure that you pick the wall there. If I just click there, it's going to attach automatically. You see that we are struggling to attach the other foundation there. You have to place it in the middle after you place the column. But for this one, you just pick the wall and it's going to adapt like that. So again, the other thing you have to watch out for is if I just select on that, foundation, click on edit, make sure that you set the default end extension length, okay? For this one, I want to change it to 300. Since this one is 300, I want this to extend that side and that side. If I put a 0 here, most likely, and this is a tip for you, if I click on apply 0 there and apply, you see that it's going to attach there. And this is, a lot of people ask to say that, why is it like this? But you can change this setting there, maybe to 300. That's how I want it to be. Then it's going to adapt. Then this one, maybe if I want this one maybe to be, let me say 800, I can change it. That is the width, apply. You see that. Then the thickness, I'll still maintain the same thickness which is there. Click on apply, okay. Then you see that we have the continuous, footing there on the wall. Okay, so let's check what else we haven't done here. As you can see, we are almost done. Let's just do the power and also the raft foundation. I'll go to that level. For the raft foundation, again, so simple. It's just like this one, okay? So it's just a duplicate of this one. If I want, I can select, or let me delete the lines I used to sketch this one. I'm just deleting the lines. Remember the way I did it? Then I'll just select this one because the procedure is the same. It's like a combine, but we are just going to have a number of columns there, okay? And this one as the footing. If you want, instead of using this footing, if I want, let me first of all copy it, hold the control and left mouse and drag it here. Okay, so if I want, I can simply change this one, click on edit, make sure that you duplicate and click OK. If I want this one to be maybe 5,000, maybe by 4,000, which is 4 meters. Of course, this is just for demonstrative purpose. Okay, you can do it the way you want. Then you see that I have the columns there. I can now, place the columns in their correct positions, but for me, I'm just going to I'm just holding the control and the right mouse button to create some duplicates. You can see from there. If I want, I can use the annotate there, aligned. I just want this to be equally spaced, as you can see. Then I'll just place it there. And once you do that, we have this trick that you can use to place these, columns or any elements, equidistant. Make sure that you just click that one first. Let me click on modify, select on that, and once I click on EQ, see that all these are going to be placed, at equal spacing there. So then I can select on that and simply delete there, then click on OK. Then what I want to do is I can simply select these columns, then hold my control. Then I just want to have a number of these, maybe somewhere here. Then hold control and hold the left mouse and drag them up to somewhere here. So if I go to the 3D view, you see that this is the method that you can use to create your Raft foundation. Again, I'm just demonstrating to you how you are going to place these columns. The spacing in between, the size will be dependent on the design. I just want to show you on how you can do that once the design is done. So this is how you're going to create your raft or mat foundation. Then instead of using a footing, you can as well go to structure and simply use a slab there. Then the slab, the way it works is that once you click on the slab, you are in the sketch mode, as you can see, and under the properties, you can pick the one. If I want to use that one, I can. But for the slab, you are going to use these tools. For example, I can use the rectangle and simply sketch like that, then finish. Then I can place my columns there. Let me just delete that one. Okay, just like that. And I can place my columns, I can size it depending on the base for your structure, the size, the thickness, and everything. You can do that. Okay, so I'll select on that and simply delete. And let me do the last but not the least, which is the power foundation. So what I'm going to do again, I'll go to structure and I'll go to, let me go to isolated, then click there. I already loaded the power foundation. If you are not seeing it here, just go to the load family there and pick the power foundation that you want to use. So I'll simply select on that one. The power foundation is very easy to do. Okay, depending on what you want, again, if you have 7 power, 4 powers or whatever, you can simply load it from the library there and you should be able to use it. So I'm going to use the 7 power there. Okay, foundation, then I'll select on it, then click on modify. If I just go to the 3D view, you see that I have the power foundation. Now, this one again, I can select on it and click on edit type, make sure that you duplicate and click on OK, give it the appropriate name, then click on OK. Then I can start changing the width. For example, if I just want to have maybe 3000, I can do that. Click on apply. You see that it's going to, that is the width, then the length. Let me change the length maybe to 3000, even this one. Click on apply. For some reason, oh, it's not just changing right there and then, but after you exit there, then it's going to change. I'll go back there. You can change the thickness. This is 1, 2. If I just want to have 1000, again, do all these according to the design, the way you've designed it. Okay, so you see that in this way you are able to create any kind of a foundation. You see that we started with the pad foundation, the sloped foundation, the trapezoidal, combined foundation, we have the continuous, the raft foundation or mat foundation, and finally the power foundation. Now, for anyone who doesn't know where to get these foundation, make sure that you just go to the library there. Under the structural foundation there, you're going to find the power and you can pick the power of your choice. Okay, so make sure that you like this video. If you like what I'm doing, make sure that you like it. That way you motivate me to do so, and make sure that you check the links in the description for detailed courses in Revit. So see you in some upcoming tutorials.